Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MotoBois Recap. It's Slurp. It's Talon. You guys probably know us by now. We're
Mhm.
we're get we're getting this shit down, guys. This is round 16 of RF Denver.
Yep. There you go.
English hard. English hard. Um, of Denver. I just repeated myself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know where I was
We are
going.
not locked in
We
tonight.
are not locked in. I just did my homework. I just watched the race. I'm like 3 days late.
This guy's doing
Anyways,
that, and I'm just focused on like how pasty I look on the
yeah,
Discord.
hey, it's
I
okay.
promise
It's
you,
okay.
I'm not that white. All right.
Yeah.
It's just because I got 17 white fucking tabs open right now.
If anything, guys, I'm whiter than Talon
He
by
is. He
a
is.
large margin, but it just you can't really tell. But
Can't
anyways,
tell.
Talon, let's jump right into this. How was the track? You played the track, right?
I played a little bit of it. I played a little
Okay.
bit of it.
Um, but looking at it on paper, it looked mid.
Yeah.
Um, I was seeing it in games, seeing people play it. It looked mid. So, Tom,
Yeah.
how was it? You wrote it.
It was kind of easy.
Kind of easy.
The only difficult thing was like that first rhythm where there's that inside that you gotta like kind of double over that thing. But that's just because I
Mm,
suck. Um,
it's
I
okay.
I got it eventually, and then I could get it pretty much every lap. So it's
There you go.
yeah. There's
I mean,
that.
yeah, the rhythms were pretty basic. I mean, everyone was pretty much doing the same thing. A couple guys were doing that double, quad, double.
Yeah.
A couple guys were going outside, quad, doing that quad. But a couple bunch of quads actually. Now that
Yeah.
I think about
There's
it,
a lot of quads in this
there was
race.
a lot of quads. But other than that, track was pretty easy. Talon. Let's jump right to the 250 class. Let's get this shit going.
So first we're
What
gonna
happened
start
in
off
Denver?
with Tharp actually qualified fastest. And that's kind of important because that is his 8th time qualifying fastest through the 9 rounds that the 250 West have had. So there's that. The one time that he didn't was their last race in Seattle, I think, where Spieth got that.
He's been.
Been the
If you
guy.
guys couldn't tell already, he's been the guy. I mean, let's be honest. All right, what
Yeah.
else you got down?
Um, so we're gonna start off the heat race winners were Jake Spieth and Cash Woods. One of the main guys in the LCQ is kind of Jackson Lindsay. He's kind of up there every now and then, but he's like really like kind of big name in the LCQ. But he was able to transfer through, and he actually got the whole shot after having come through the LCQ with Tharp in second, and Spieth was all the way down in P8. So the hopes of keeping that championship alive for one more round. I mean, not looking good. He still had a 39-point lead coming into this, so he would have had to get like 13th or whatever with Spieth winning. So really not likely. Um, but then Tharp actually collides with Lindsay, goes down, and Spieth is able to get by as Tharp falls down into P12. And it was actually Nick Thomasounis that was leading early, so he got to lead a couple laps.
Nikki T,
Mm-hmm.
the whip god,
Getting it done, leading early.
getting it done. Hey, really weird kit with the black on the back and the white on the front, but it was technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, that was Papa Slurp. Anyway, Tom will cut that out, so no, that will never see the light of day
Yep.
unless he keeps it in.
We'll
But,
see, we'll see how
anyways,
lazy I am with editing.
what I was saying was Nikki T with the whole shot. Keep going down. There you go.
Yeah. But Nick T leading early with another old name, Wilczek. I don't know how much he's raced this year, but he was fast, at least last year, a couple years ago, something like that. And then Tharp gets back by Spieth, moves into P3, as Spieth actually let someone else get by, moving into P4. It was Jackson Lindsay. And then Lindsay goes down into P5. Um, and then that allows Tharp to move up into P2, actually. Sorry about that. And Spieth moves into P3 with Stevenson, who stays in P4. And then Wilczek goes down on Spieth and Tharp by, and he goes into P3. And it was really just Spieth and Tharp 1-2 the rest of the race. And then while Spieth was trying to run down Tharp, he ran the fastest lap of the race at the time, but he was not able to make the pass. Spieth tries to make a move with 6 minutes to go, gets it done, and then he cases a quad after the loops and goes down. So that just gave the win to Tharp pretty much. He's able to pull a decent sized gap. Kind of made some mistakes, saw him close in, but then Spieth went down, and by the end of it, Tharp had a 16-second lead. And that allowed Tharp to get his 5th win of the season and to clinch the 250 West title over Spieth.
I mean, Talon, it's kind of what we expected. I mean, Tharp's been
the guy.
barking.
He had 39-point lead coming in. It was kind of expected him to wrap it up.
It was. I mean, even if, yeah, I mean, comes out
Tharp,
firing.
I don't think has finished outside the top 5 at all. Maybe once all season. So.
I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, that's gonna get it done. Consistent as can be. I mean, that was what, his 5th
of the win.
year?
Yeah, fifth of the win. 5th of the season.
Yeah, English hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Spieth made it interesting for a second there. He was doing that quad single, after the whoops, which was I don't know if it was faster. It was kind of weird because you just have all that speed and then that single.
And then you got a single and you're just in the air for a while.
I mean, but it was a cool line. He kept it. He kept Tharp on his toes. That's for sure. But I mean, Tharp's just Tharp. He tharped. He barked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much all that happened. I mean, yeah. If unless Talon has more, I don't know. That might be the 250 class because that's pretty much all that happened, guys.
You guys will probably find out on the stream next week for Kellen if Tharp is going to defend his title next year. We'll see if he decides on that by then, or he just moves up after this year, kind of like not like Shirley, but Balzer did. I think he's the one that won it. Whoever won East last year.
Yeah, one of those.
I just know Shirley almost went undefeated or go undefeated minus like a triple crown thing. I don't know.
I mean,
we weren't watching that much last year.
Yeah, we weren't.
That's why the recap started this year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. 250s. Yeah. I don't know how long we've been recording. That was 5 minutes. But
hey, congrats to Tharp.
Hey, congrats to Tharp.
You tried making it interesting. A little too late, but you'll probably be there next year. You're kind of the underdog coming into the season, I believe. So.
And guys, we're just letting you know. For episode 1 of Outdoors, it's gonna feed generations. Okay, we're going all out. That's all I'm saying. I haven't even told Talon that, but I'm just saying that right now.
Those episodes are probably gonna be way longer because
my god,
2 30-minute motos.
Oh my god, it's gonna be incredible. I'm gonna have a suit and tie and everything. You guys aren't ready. Anyways, Talon, that was the 250 class. Not much happened. Congratulations to Brayden Tharp. You deserve it, dog.
Just gotta look forward to next week for East.
Absolutely, that's pretty much the only. Actually, that's not true. Anyways,
we'll get to that.
Talon, what happened in the 450 class?
Alrighty, we are now on to the 450 class. It is Leclerc and Eagland were the heat winners, and then Seabolt, who led start to finish, as he noted in the comments last week's video.
Hey, Seabolt, bro. I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with your game.
Hey,
but I didn't.
But after the news, we had to shout out to Sully. He is done for the rest of the season until Outdoors because he broke a bone in his hand. All right.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
So we just had to get the shout out to Sully. All right.
Yeah. All right. So Seabolt, hey, I know the race already happened, but in Salt Lake, if you can come from last to first, we'll give you Rider of the Week. It's simple. Or just win, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll be a little biased towards you because I'm feeling nice, and we'll give you Rider of the Week. But we'll have to wait and see. Continue, Talon.
All right. But yeah, speaking of Seabolt, he did go down in the heat race, and he went into one of those big red bales. Kind of, he pulled a hamstring, right? His game crashed, so he had to go to the LCQ because of that. And luckily, he was able to transfer out of the LCQ. But onto the main, it was Leclerc with the whole shot, and then Hubbard was P2, followed by Vial, and then Carter P4 with Eaglin at 6. So all the heavy hitters kind of up front early. Vial, who we haven't heard much of, being up there. And then Eaglin actually goes down early and falls to P14 while Carter was trying to make a move on Vial. I was watching at Carter's race. Vial, he's French, got a little bit of lag on him, so there's Carter kind of being wary. Um, but then Vial and Hubbard actually collide. And then Hubbard goes down, but Carter's able to get by both of them because of that, and he shoots into P2. And then Carter, we were talking about that early rhythm, the first rhythm where people were going, the 40s were going double, quad, double. Carter had been doing that pretty much all night, and then I think he made a mistake or something, had to go double, step over triple. I don't think Vial was anticipating that, and he went to quad and landed right on Carter, causing him to go down. And Carter fell into P9, but he was right ahead of Hubbard. And it was the people who got by him were Bryce Whelan, Alec Horn, and Johnny Padani, getting up there. P6. With, I think Eagland was either right in front of Carter or right behind him. And then 5 minutes in, it was Leclerc in the lead, Seabolt second, Emmanuel Cepeda P2, Brayden Carter P4, Hubbard P5, Whelan P6, and Eagland in P7. And then Seth Carr actually made the main this week.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Seth Carr, bro. I know you bark, but you be crashing sometimes. Mm-hmm. And I know you didn't make the main. Was it last week?
Last week, I think so. Past couple weeks, probably.
It happens, but you made it this week.
Yeah,
we're giving shout out to Seth Carr.
And at the time, he set the fastest lap of the race, but he's down dead last.
That's the only way that Carr. He's just the guy for that. You want him to be 21st and then go a second and a half faster than everybody else? That's your guy right there. Mm-hmm. Continue, Tom.
All right, and then Carter actually went down because Cepeda, right before the whoops, he went up too high in the berm, hit the tough blocks, and just wrong place, wrong time for Carter. Nowhere to go. Runs into him and ends up going down along with him, which puts him down in P9. And then Leclerc was still leading. He had a 5-second gap over Seabolt in P2. It was Whelan P3, Horn P4, Shirley P5, Eagland P6, and then Carter in P7. This was halfway through the race. And then Eagland makes a mistake, and Carter is able to get back by him. And then Whelan goes down, which allowed Shirley into P3. And then Horn and Whelan collide, and it collected Carter, I believe. So Eagland was allowed to, close on in, didn't able to get by him. And then Horn makes a small mistake, and it allows Carter and Eagland both by. So basically, with 5 minutes to go, those two were right behind each other, battling pretty much the rest of the way. And then with 5 minutes to go, it was still Leclerc with a 5-second gap over Seabolt, Shirley in P3, and then Carter P4, Eagland P5. So where they're at now, it would have been a 1-point gap going into the final round, and then Shirley makes a mistake, and it allowed Carter to get by, but he was right in between him and Eagland, and then Shirley gets into Carr, who was a lapper, allowing Eagland to get by, and then Carter makes a mistake, and it allows Shirley and Eagland to close in on him. And then all three of them get collected with a lapper or try to avoid a lapper. It was on that doubling in that first rhythm. First rhythm causing a lot of problems for guys tonight. And then both Eagland and Carter miss him. They have to check up a little bit, but Shirley did not see him till the last minute and actually hits him and goes down. So there was that chance at the podium for Shirley. And then Carter, I think, gets held up by a lapper and allows Eagland by. But Carter runs his fastest lap of the race trying to catch back up to Eagland. But he goes down in one of the rhythms, and then Shirley was right behind him. And that just kind of settled it. No real changes after that. But it was Leclerc leading start to finish to get his second win of the season. And it was Seabolt in P2, Eagland P3, Carter P4, and Shirley in P5. Crazy race.
Mean, it was crazy. That was one of the better races of the year, even though the track was Mm-hmm. But anyway, Talon, we had all the guys up front. Vial, Hubbard, Seabolt, Leclerc, Eagland, Carter. Everybody was up there. I mean, and it was about to get spicy, and it did. Leclerc, okay. I need to stand up for this. Leclerc, you are back. You are back, my friend.
He's getting momentum just in time for outdoors.
That was perfect. I don't care what Town says this week. Rider of the week, Alexis Leclerc. Okay? I know that just is very hypocritical towards Seabolt because he called me out last week, okay? But that was perfection, okay? That was vintage Alexis Leclerc, and what Talon just said, just in time for outdoors. Anyways, good on Leclerc.
I mean, Shirley
You
did
didn't even
come from
see him.
17th up to 5th, so there's that. But yeah, it was kind of a boring. Like they didn't get shown much. Leclerc and Seabolt.
Yeah. But for good reason, because they were both barking. Anyways,
They were both within 5
Eagler.
laps of each other. I don't think they went down once.
Yeah, I
So
don't think they crashed at all. No.
I can look at their consistency thing. Give me one moment. Uno momento. Yeah. So Leclerc's consistency was pretty much all of his lap times was on average within 0.6 of each other. Because his worst lap was only a 55.9, which is just 2-3 seconds slower than the fastest lap of the race.
Probably a couple bobbles.
And
I mean,
then
he
Seabolt's
definitely
slowest was
crashed.
a 59.1. So
I mean, they both. I don't think they both crashed either.
yeah,
Because like
I don't
the
think they got the
legs. Look like,
legs. Yeah, it's
yeah, I
like
don't
8
think.
seconds.
I mean, good for them. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty hard to do. It's pretty impressive. But yeah, Leclerc was your winner. Seabolt second. I mean, they've been
Mm-hmm.
barking the past few weeks. But now to the big bread and
Looking like
butter.
the 2020 championship. Seabolt and
Yeah,
Leclerc.
that was kind of nuts.
Um,
But
yeah.
Talon, the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Eagland and Carter.
4
Eagland takes
points
the points lead.
into this week and then
Carter
extends it.
Carter's been struggling. They're right next to each other. And from what I saw, I obviously am not Brayden Carter. He looked off. He looked off. He looked a little flustered, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with Eagland like right around him. You could see the urgency, especially when he got passed by Eagland. I think it was halfway through the race,
Yeah, a little
something,
over halfway.
something like that. You could see the urgency because, dude, kind of been selling the bag. I don't want to talk down to the guy, but he's been selling the bag. Eagland's got the points lead. But I mean, it looked better than what we've seen the past few weeks, which is a good sign from Carter. He was up there instead of 21st, having to haul ass through the field.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but he just looks a little bit off. And Eagland just looked so comfortable in that situation. Wasn't pushing the limits, wasn't doing nothing crazy. Just if he got passed, he'd chill out, get the pass back, and just was steady. Just steady Eddie. Maple syrup. Smooth. Like maple syrup.
The Canadian man getting it done.
The Canadian man getting it done. And I will say, Talon did say something about the quad with Vial and Carter. Hey, pros, comment down below. Was that double in hard? Because I know Talon said it was hard. That little roller bump to that 3-footer, especially with the E-Road, I would have just uninstalled the game because that didn't look fun at all. Like, I know it doesn't look hard on paper, and it probably wasn't for you absolute barkers out there,
Mm-hmm.
but that looked hard because you got, yeah. Anyways, I digress.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought. Talon, go ahead, take it
Mm-hmm.
away.
But with that, Leclerc and Shirley have both been eliminated from the championship, with Leclerc being 30 points behind Eagland, but he is third in points. And then Shirley is fourth, 40 points behind Eagland. We did talk about what's his name, Sully earlier. He is 7th in points after this race, after Seabolt passed him. And he has a pretty good chance. If Frank Jackson gets second next week, he'll pass him for 7th. But other than that, Sully has at least a top 8 on lockdown for points. So there's that. And then one big talking point. For the first time in Carter's 450 career, he heads into the final round without a red plate.
Carter, bro. You gotta lock in, bro. It's simple. If you want to make it a 5-peat, you gotta lock in. Because I need, even if it'll be a boring race, I need vintage, whole shot, win by 10 seconds Carter if you want to win this title. Because England
and
has,
he needs someone in between him and England.
yeah, it's 4 points, 6
Yeah,
points?
4 points. 4 points. So if England finishes right
Yeah.
behind Carter, he wins it.
Yeah, you gotta get somebody in between you and him.
Which with Sebo and Leclerc riding right now, that's possible.
I mean, hey, the way that they're riding right now, anything can happen. This is gonna be good. I mean, you can't ask for it much better. I mean, like Kellen said on the broadcast, unless it was tied, then it would be insane. I mean, it's still gonna be crazy because who knows? Maybe somebody gets cleaned out. Maybe Carter and England just clean each other out. Like, hey, and they get like 12th and 11th or not. I don't know. But it's going to get crazy. I don't know. It should be good.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Me and Talon are looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a crazy last round. I think it's the closest one that we've had in a while, at least for Supercross.
Absolutely. The track next week, I actually have seen it.
I have not.
Take a deep breath because dirt works. No. Let me back up a second, okay? This has nothing to do with RF, okay? This has everything to do with Dirtworks and fucking Feld. Why is Salt Lake the last race of the year? I don't give a fuck that Sam Boyd Stadium's not there anymore. I don't care that it's a pile of rubble. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring the fucking fifth gear tapped ski jump back that Jordan Smith exploded on like almost 10 years ago.
Technically, because I've gone to Salt Lake City a while ago. All right, I've gone to it a couple times. They could still do a Thunder Alley or whatever it's called, Monster Alley or whatever. They could still do that at Salt Lake. They just would have to go onto the public street to do that. But
what? Fuck it.
Because the tunnels are wide enough to where they could do that. But it is also their only way in, so I could see why they won't. But
nah, fuck it. Create a new loop to get into the stadium. Go out. Bring us something, because the track next week is ass. It's ass. And I feel bad for the guys that have to race it on Wednesday because it's ass. Yeah. But I digress. We're not even talking about sim anymore at this point. But I get mad when the tracks suck because I miss old early 2010s tracks and like 2014 Toronto. That might be one of the greatest.
They weren't fucking rut fests and you could cut down on people and make passes and turns.
Exactly. Everyone, I know you guys have probably already seen it. Go watch 2014 Toronto and you'll know why I'm so mad that the tracks suck nowadays. Anyway, Talon, do you have anything more for the 450 class? Because I feel like we've covered pretty much everything.
Nah, it's just Carter's got to lock in and hope that he doesn't get wrong place, wrong time like he did this week. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, we still have East Coast, England, Padani,
Matherly, Padani.
I'm so sorry. Matherly's kit was in my head, like the KTM. They're the same. They're basically the same. We're both wearing A-stars. I get confused.
Yeah.
Matherly, Padani, I mean, unless something catastrophically goes wrong with Matherly, pretty much over. 250 West, congratulations, Brayden Tharp. You deserved a dog. We were barking this year. 450 class. England, do what you did this week. You don't have to fucking win. You just need to be like
you just got to be on Carter's ass and you'll win it.
Be on his ass and you'll fucking upset
dethrone the champ.
You'll dethrone the champ, and that's kind of aura. I'm not going to lie. That's a lot of aura. And Carter, get it together if you want to win 5 in a row, because that's also a lot of fucking aura. So we'll have to wait and see, Talon. This has been round 16 of the MotoBois Recap from Denver with your host, Talon and Slurp. You guys, take it easy.